ELI 5. Why do game programmers deactivate game physics at certain times that the player will never normally see? I'll use an example because I'm not sure exactly how to ask this question, but I think it's mostly programming related. When I watch speedrunning, they often will glitch the game into thinking the player is in an altered state, which changes how the physics work even though they're never supposed to actually see it. For example, in Hollow Knight speedruns, there is a glitch that tricks the game into thinking the player is sitting on a bench when they're not, which then deactivates collision and allows them to go through walls and floors. These kinds of glitches are common, and I've always wondered, why would the physics not just be on the whole time and universal? What reason would there be to change things when the player is never supposed to be able to move while sitting? Makes the game run faster/smoother. Every time they can turn off some sort of calculation that will overall make the game run smoother because it's less intensive on the computer. Like for collision, that isn't just a state of being. When collision is on, the game is checking many times a second if the player character is interacting with any of the collision boundaries. Literally the computer checking dozens of times a second. Are we touching anything now? Are we touching anything now? Are we touching anything now? So if you're a developer and you know that in X condition the check no longer matters, you can turn it off to save processing power. It's not just performance but also development time. The character is usually either a blob or several blobs from perspective of physics engine. Now if you want to do something complicated like sit on a bench, you start to deal with variety of edge cases. What if during animation there's an object in the way? What if bench itself is an obstacle? What if you need to move the character blob slightly temporarily below the floor for animation to look smooth? Now one way would be to properly account for each edge cases and program so it all works with the physics in place. Alternatively, you just say while he's sitting, physics does not matter.